Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. So since the murder of King Von that happened on Friday, emotions have been running pretty high between a lot of his family members, his friends, just a lot of shit that's been going on. It really boiled over yesterday on the internet. And if you're wondering why I got T.I. Luther King, aka Malcolm Text, aka Martin Luther Tip, on the screen here, it's because he decided to open his mouth as he usually do, right? We just had an incident with him a couple of whatever ago, and every time T.I.'s open his mouth, this is who I see. I see this Negro right here every time T.I. opens his mouth. He just throw the dictionary. He just throw up the dictionary, right? Anyway, as I said, a lot of shit went down on the internet yesterday surrounding what happened with King Von. A man has already been charged with his murder. He's been charged with felony murder for shooting Von. His name is Timothy Leaks. He was already in custody because he had gotten shot as well. Okay. So T.I. decides to take it upon himself, as he usually do, right? Nobody asked him nothing. But he took it upon himself to enter the conversation. Didn't put no address on it, but entered the conversation. And everybody knew who he was talking about. And he proceeded to get dragged for it. So go ahead and look at this. He said, Atlanta is a beautiful, progressive city filled with Black excellence. We uplift each other and we're in together. Stop coming here to kill each other. That shit is played out. Handle your beefs in your city. Thanks in advance, King. So when T.I. posted this and the blogs picked it up pretty damn quickly, people knew exactly what and who he was talking about. Now, had he posted this any other time, any other random time, nobody would have maybe thought twice about it, right? Nobody would have thought twice. But considering what had just taken place down there, all right, and then the drama that spilled over on the internet over the last couple of days, everybody knew that Tip, Martin Luther Text, all right, was talking about King Von and the situation with Quando Rondo, Where's Waldo? Okay, that guy's name is just hilarious to me. But yeah. So a lot of people took offense to what he said here. And there's a few reasons why. I could absolutely understand why people were not feeling what he said. Sitting here making it seem as if nothing ever happens in Atlanta. Well, I'm here to tell you that the first 48 says that's a lie. And as far as handle your beefs in your city, it is true that the dude that shot him is from Savannah, Georgia. And King Von is originally from Chicago, but King Von ain't lived here in 2 years. He has been a resident of Atlanta for 2 years. So what exactly are you saying, Tip? And then when people jump down in the comments, in his comments, and said, what's up? This is insensitive. The timing is bad. He gonna proceed to say, well, I ain't said nan name. Although everybody knew what and who he was referring to. But that's just like T.I. to do. He throw his rocks and then he's like, oh, I ain't had nothing to do with that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And that was just, he deserved every dragging that he got yesterday. And he did get dragged, okay? He absolutely got dragged for what he said. Because T.I. really think that Atlanta is Wakanda. He is. I remember that bullshit that he pulled during George Floyd riots. Right? When he got up on the podium and was like, this is like our Wakanda. And as if don't shit happen down there. As if they don't have on their nightly news some kind of crime or something else happening. Right? That was, to me, that was just the wrong message for him to put out there. I could see if a mayor said something like that, even though it would just still be tone deaf for the most part. But maybe T.I. really do think that he is the mayor of Atlanta. But one person that was not having it was Von's sister. Okay. Kayla was not having it. She wasn't trying to hear that. So, of course, when T.I. posted that, and again, everybody knew exactly who and the situation he was talking about, she decided to drag T.I. a little. She said, wasn't you just out the other night with other bitches at Copper Cove? I stay seeing you cheating. Mind your business. And she added him. Okay, so she put an address on it, although he did not. Okay? And of course, that went viral. It was just a mess yesterday on the internet. You know, you had Asian doll, whatever her name, accusing all of Von's friends of leaving him and saying, you know, give us those chains back. It was just a holy mess. The manager came out and he was throwing shots back at Asian doll. It was bad. Then when T.I.'s post went viral, you had Von's people threatening T.I. and I'm like, God damn, like, listen, that's we didn't want to go take it that far. You know, Chicago, we didn't want to go that far. Now, what T.I. said to me was insensitive, and he shouldn't have said it. And I just think that it was tone deaf, because I felt like what he could have done in that moment, if he considered himself an OG and he see these young knuckleheads out here acting a fool, he could have even taken the moment to acknowledge that, you know, we need to stop glorifying violence in our music. We all need to stop glorifying violence in our music. He could have just struck a different tone in that. But to say, handle your beefs in your city, it's like, you can still kill each other, just don't do it here in Wakanda. That to me is kind of how a lot of people took what he was saying. It's like, yeah, y'all can go kill each other, you know, blow each other's heads off. It's cool. Just don't do it here. And that just wasn't the right tone, in my opinion, for him to take. Matter of fact, he just didn't have to say shit. And then when people got at him, he said, I don't speak ill of my allies. My last post had nothing to do with Von. Y'all grossly mistaken. I have no motive or intention to do harm or malice to cats I'm cool with. My family's hearts goes out to them, and I've expressed this to the people in his life that matter most in this situation. That's all I'm concerned with. All right. But I know IG ain't the place for understanding, and miserable people love to keep up shit be easy. As if people misunderstood him. So his sister, Von's sister, kind of summoned the name of the devil, aka 50 Cent, on another post that she posted on her IG stories. And she's like, hey, come get your dude. He out here tripping, right? And when 50 Cent started making sense, I'm scared. He said, Trouble Man, you gotta chill. You bugging for saying anything. They got casualties, this real shit. I don't know what you was thinking, but rethink it now. They are hurting. They love that boy. He was a way out. I bet you don't even realize they will kill you for what you just said. What hood you from again? Come on now, it's quiet time. Nah, he ain't have to do us like that from Chicago. He ain't got to do us like that. But although they was threatening his ass, they was kind of threatening to come for his ass. I was like, oh, slow down, y'all. We ain't gotta kill. Didn't somebody just die? Y'all ain't gotta kill nobody for words. That's the problem. That is the fucking problem, man. Like, all of this stupid shit, all of these people dying over words. That is the craziest shit to me. So I just feel like T.I., in that moment, sometimes people are quick to react and slow to think. Quick to speak, slow to think. And that is what I feel like T.I. did in that moment. He had a moment where he could have been a mentor. He could have been like, you know, I've been down this road, y'all. I didn't been in trouble, right? I didn't lost people. In Atlanta, by the way. So for him to sit here and act like ain't nobody ever died or got shot in Atlanta is just ridiculous to me, right? But in that moment, he could have said, listen, let's just breathe. Let's just take a moment. We got to stop killing each other, y'all. We got to handle these things different. We got to use our words. Pick up a dictionary like me. Learn some new words and use them. Right? He could have said anything in that moment other than, y'all can kill each other. Just don't do it here in Atlanta. Take that shit back to Chicago. Take that shit to Savannah, Georgia. That, in my opinion, was just not the way to go. T.I. blew it. And he deserved to get dragged. Hell, you know, if he had just shut his goddamn mouth, you know, we didn't need to be reminded that his ass still be cheating out there. But again, you gotta mind your business sometime on these things, Ti, because people will put your business out there. Now, who am I to say that the girl is lying or but it ain't like, listen, the minute you see, oh, well, you was cheating at so-and-so, so-and-so, because he has a history of that, more people are inclined to believe that, in fact, he was, okay? And listen, it don't faze nobody. You know, Tiny ain't going nowhere. So, hell, the girl could have said that, I saw you having sex with so-and-so, so Tiny ain't leaving. So that don't harm nobody. Don't nobody care about that shit. Tiny especially, all right? It was just kind of like, ooh, more tea, you know. But nonetheless, T.I., in my opinion, as an OG, I don't know how I wouldn't consider him necessarily OG, but the younger men do, right? But he did have a moment that he could have actually used that to just say, let's stop glorifying certain things in our music. But T.I. ain't gonna do that. T.I.'s not gonna do that. A lot of these cats ain't gonna do that because that's what sells music. All right. What they need to do is they really do need to think about the people at the head, right? Which usually are white folk who are perfectly okay with these young men out here putting certain stuff in their music. Because at the end of the day, it sells. And they ain't calling they women bitches and hoes, right? They only calling black women bitches and hoes, right? They talking about shooting up their communities. They ain't talking about shooting up the men that actually, most of these men that own the record companies are white men. They ain't talking about killing up their women and killing up their communities and putting drugs in their communities. So it's a go. T.I. could have said something. He could have used that moment to talk about glorifying certain things in music, and we got to stop doing that. We got to talk to each other. But he's not going to do that because then that mess with his bag. So the thing that he could have just did is like, you know what? Let's just love each other, be peaceful. Boom. It just left it alone. He could have just not said nothing anyway. But I really did think that what he said, he was full of shit. He was full of shit. He just said about handle your beefs in your city. As if Atlanta ain't got shit going on. I mean, you know, Atlanta is a beautiful city. Yes, it is. But don't sit there and act like they ain't got shit going on either. Don't sit there and act like y'all ain't got one of the highest STD rates down there. Okay, shit is going on. Shit is popping off. Shit's burning. So don't sit there and act like Wakanda. Oh, shit. I just called it Wakanda. That Atlanta is a Wakanda because it's not, right? We all want to make where we live a better place. We all can do that. But T.I., what you could have done by just starting off and just saying, listen, dudes, we gotta learn how to communicate to one another. We got to learn to heal from the trauma that a lot of us have, so that shit like this don't happen. Because a lot of these young men do got trauma. Don't nobody really want to have that conversation, though. They don't know how to do anything but pick up a fucking gun. That's the issue. Let's start there. Let's start with, getting some help for these individuals who know nothing but violence. That's all. Violence begets violence. That's all they fucking know. So that's exactly what they do. So when Von and dude is in the street tussling, the first thing the dude do is pick up a gun and shoot the dude. And neither one of them had guns. There's something wrong with that. That's where we can start. Why is it y'all so quick to pick up a gun, but so afraid to take an ass whooping? That's where he could have went with that. But he didn't. He decided, no, I'm going to say something real profound. Let me open my Webster's dictionary. Okay. Y'all can kill each other, just don't kill each other here in Atlanta. And that's what he came up with. And like I said, when people called him on it, he decided to pretend like it had nothing to do with King Von and nothing like that. All right. And I just think he was wrong in that. I do. I just think that he should have just kept it cute, kept it quiet. Right? He always involving himself in some shit. And then when it don't go like he want to cuss folks out. Wasn't Mr. Wakanda just cussing out a man like a week or two ago when the man accused him of going to talk to the man at the sushi place? Didn't he want to whoop his ass? Mr. Wakanda, Mr. Mayor of Atlanta. Child. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. What do you think about what T.I. said? Leave a comment and I'll see you on the next video, y'all. Take care.